Obviously, we've come to scheduling the events, whether they're meetings or whatever. And to schedule an event, we use Google Calendar. But here's a couple of tips for you. So, for instance, if I'm going to start the year on September 10th with my first meeting, I click in the box and I'm going to call it my tech team meeting. It could be curriculum meeting or whatever. But here under more options, I have lots of things that will help me out. For instance, by default, it says does not repeat. However, I would like it to repeat. In fact, I'd like it to repeat monthly on the second Tuesday. You have some default options Google suggests, but you all can also customize this and go right down to the day, or you could do it bi-weekly if you wanted to, until so many times after so many occurrences, for instance, or end on a specific date. Like I said, I'm going to just make it monthly on the second Tuesday. Now I'm also going to use my label that I used before. And so there's my tech team. That's the group that I put in there. So all 8 of these members, there's the 8, will receive this invite to the calendar. The nice thing about that is they'll receive one invite for the whole year, but it'll show constantly recurring on the second Tuesday of every month on their calendars as well. The other thing too is I can add a conference. If it doesn't do this already, you can add a Hangouts Meet, which is kind of nice. That way, if one of my 8 members can't be physically in the same location, they could join us via Google Hangout or Meet and then virtually attend. The other thing I like to do is instead of adding a description, we know it's our tech team meeting and it's every month, I'm going to add an attachment. And here's where I'm going to add that one Google Doc that has my meeting minutes and agenda all over it. So if I can find that, there it is. I'm just going to select that. And now that's constantly attached to my calendar event. So when I go to click save, that blast will go out to everybody. They're going to know that we are going to be meeting monthly on every Tuesday until so many occurrences, and I'd want to change that till June something, right? So that would be June, end of school year would be roughly second Tuesday, the 9th. So it's going to meet monthly on a Tuesday from September to June. This document's going to still stay there, so any edits that I make to the doc, any edits if I allow my team members to edit to the doc will be there. So they'll get to constantly see a running list of the agendas and minutes throughout the year, all in one organized place. They just have to click the event and they can get to the minutes. They can even zoom in and do a hangout or a meet virtually if we have to. So there's one great way to schedule recurring events for all of your meetings throughout the year. I hope you use this next year.